Super Smash Bros. Ultimate News
Oh, news.
approaches.
News? Smash news!
Already!
Approaches.
Oh, here we go!
Oh!
Fighter included in Wave 6 of
Oh.
the paid Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC.
No! No, they're not. Yes! Finally!
Joining the battle from
Okay.
joining the
Arm?
battle from ARMS.
They just drop it like that? Who is
Our
it?
development time too
But who's it gonna be?
will be announced and released this June.
In June. Man. Wait, that's it?
This announcement of an announcement is just so weird. Why don't we know what character it is?
The first character in the Fighters Pass Volume 2 being from ARMS caught a lot of people off guard, myself included. For starters, why weren't they in the base roster of the game along with the Inklings from Splatoon? After all, they are both among the newest franchises to come out of Nintendo in a long time. You would think they would want to promote them both as much as possible, and being a playable character in Smash Bros is a great way to do just that. It might have to do with the fact that Splatoon 2 sold 10 million copies while ARMS sold only 2 million, which would explain why Springman appeared as only an assist trophy. That being said, it is still one of the top 20 best-selling games on the Nintendo Switch, having sold just as many copies as Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle and almost twice as many as Yoshi's Crafted World. Whatever the reason for the late inclusion, Nintendo has succeeded in sparking a renewed interest in the ARM series, along with its cast of stretchy arm fighters. But what was most intriguing was that this was the first time in Super Smash Bros. History that only the franchise of a new character was revealed, not the character itself. They have never announced that, for example, a new Pokemon character was going to be added, but not tell you which one it would be. Perhaps there was a setback in the reveal trailer due to the current pandemic, or there might even be a new character coming to ARMS, or a future sequel, that they plan to reveal at the same time. With the official release date of June 22nd fast approaching, let's take a jab at which ARMS character is going to join the roster of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. When it comes to which character will be representing the ARMS franchise, I think that Nintendo's actually throwing us for a twist. Ask yourself this: why did they choose to announce the new character in this way, assuming it wasn't due to a setback or a secret new character? Why wouldn't they just say it's Springman or it's Ribbon Girl, even if they didn't have an announcement video or any gameplay ready? They could have done something like when Mewtwo returned as the first DLC character in Smash Bros. For Wii U, where only a single 3D render image was shown and people were very excited. By omitting which character was chosen, Nintendo is encouraging its audience to learn about all the ARMS characters and try to figure out who it's going to be. This is great advertising for the game, and ARMS does have a colorful cast with some truly unique character designs to choose from. But why do this when it's already a 3-year-old game with no sequels announced? Also, the wider audience that never played the game probably only know about the two mascots on the box art, Springman and Ribbon Girl. Let's say that this wider audience does begin to want one of the other 13 characters to be the one playable in Smash. Wouldn't Nintendo be setting themselves up to disappoint as many people as possible if they were just going to pick one of the mascots anyway? Why even bother teasing us with the whole roster then? With that in mind, it makes more sense that the reason why they are not telling us which ARMS character is going to be playable is because someone besides Springman and Ribbon Girl is going to be chosen. But at the same time, why would they want to promote a side character more than the main characters? I believe the answer is simpler than it may seem, and we can find the answer inside of Smash Ultimate already. The new ARMS character in Super Smash Bros. Will be Springman. But just like the hero and Bowser Jr., his alternate costumes will also be the other characters from his game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't the other fighters from ARMS too different from each other to be a single character in Smash Bros? Some of them definitely are, but most of them would fit better than you think. From a Super Smash Bros. Perspective, all the characters in ARMS effectively are clones of each other. While each of them does have two unique abilities that distinguishes them slightly, they all have the same exact attacks to choose from. In ARMS, you can punch with your left and right hand, grab with both hands, and curl each of your arms as they travel. That is literally their entire moveset. It's not like any of them can deal damage by kicking or using a sword. They really do just punch with their arms. It is true though that each character does have 3 signature gloves, and choosing which one to bring into battle is a big part of the game. But they can all use anyone else's gloves if you unlock them on a per character basis, so even their weapon choices are not unique to any one fighter. There really is no reason to include more than one playable fighter from this series in Super Smash Bros., unless we want another Fire Emblem situation on our hands. Much like the hero from Dragon Quest, a single character from ARMS could easily embody all the major aspects of what makes it a unique game, if done correctly. The question then is, which of the remaining 14 would make the cut alongside Springman? The only attributes that really matter here are their size and popularity. So long as the character is of similar body proportions to Springman and is well beloved by the fans, they can work as an alternate costume. With that being said, let's take a look at which characters could be chosen and what it would take to make them all work as one single playable character in Smash Bros. If only 4 alternate character costumes were chosen, just like with the hero, then the best choices after Springman would definitely be Ribbon Girl, Ninjara, and Min Min. Springman and Ribbon Girl, as mentioned before, are the mascots of the franchise, so their inclusion is a no-brainer. Ninjara and Min Min were the 2 most popular characters in ARMS during the first Global Test Punch event, where people could try out an early demo of the game from home. Apparently, Nintendo fans were rather fond of these ninja and ramen-inspired fighters, even before the game was officially released. All 4 characters have remarkably similar heights and regular human body proportions, meaning that only slight variations must be made for them to work as alternate costumes of each other. For example, Springman's official height is 5 foot 11 inches, while Min Min is 5 foot 5 inches. So all they'd have to do is make one of them shorter or taller, or they can meet in the middle somewhere. These are the same kinds of workarounds that were done with the most recent DLC character, Byleth. In Fire Emblem Three Houses, male Byleth is taller than the female version, but in Super Smash Bros. They are exactly the same height and weight, so that they can be costumes of each other. Smash Bros. Is notorious for messing with the canon proportions of its cast, such as Olimar being taller than 2 inches, and Ridley weighing less than a freaking plant! Come on! Gosh! Why? So, normalizing their height and other stats would not be outside the realm of possibilities. If Nintendo pulled out all the stops and allowed the maximum of 8 alternate character costumes, the same as Bowser Jr., then the final 4 would probably be Kid Cobra, Twintel, Helix, and Lola Pop. I like saying that, Lola Pop. Pop, pop. However, each of these characters does have a more unique body type that might present a challenge when trying to make them match up physically with the first 4. Kid Cobra has a snake-like appearance with an unusually long torso and shorter legs. So long as he moves the bottom half of his torso in alignment with the legs of the other fighters, their hurt boxes should remain the same. Twintel, by far one of the most popular characters from the franchise, fights with her hair rather than her arms. Because of this, she would need to have many of her animations adjusted just for her. One thing to note though, is that it is the hair that would fall below her shoulders that she uses to attack with. This means that she does effectively throw her punches from the same height as the hands of the other fighters. So, her attacks could be matched up to the other characters without much of an issue. Helix has a body made out of some kind of jiggly goo, and like Kid Cobra has a longer torso and shorter legs, which should be able to be handled in the same fashion. With an official height listed as ranging from 11 inches and 8 foot 2 inches, it wouldn't be that out of character for him to be the same height as whatever is deemed to be the standard for the other characters. As for Lola Pop, she has normal human body proportions, but is wearing comically large clown shoes and pants. Pop, pop! This could make the bottom half of her hurt box larger than the others, which wouldn't be okay for just an alternate costume to have. But since the ARMS characters will only be punching and generally keeping their legs tucked in close to their bodies like Little Mac, the developers can probably get away with giving her the same leg hurt boxes as everyone else without causing much discrepancies. In Smash Bros., hurt boxes on the feet of human fighters like Simon or Link don't cover their entire foot, so the same principle could be applied to the ARMS characters as well. Each DLC character in the Fighters Pass comes with their own stage representing their game, and it is here that the 7 ARMS fighters that are not playable can appear in the background. This could be handled just like Terry's stage, with an alternating cast of characters showing up each time you play on it. But what about these other characters? Why weren't they chosen? Well, in the case of Master Mummy, Mechanica, and Max Brass, they are simply too big to be able to match the body types of Springman and the other fighters. Now, Byte and Miss and Go are the right size and body type, but both of them also have partners that they fight with. While they could leave them behind to be playable in Smash, I don't think it would be true to the characters. As guests in the background of the ARMS stage, they could be properly represented with their faithful companions by their side. Springtron would be the perfect alternate costume for Springman, but would honestly be boring when compared to having a completely unique character. Besides, he could instead take the place of the Springman Assist Trophy, with minimal effort on the part of the development team. Finally, Dr. Coyle is of normal human body proportions just like Byte and Miss and Go, but the fact that she is constantly floating means that at best she could be an Echo Fighter in the same vein as Dark Samus, who is also floating. Levitating above the ground necessarily changes the hurtbox of the character slightly, and so it would be difficult to justify Dr. Coyle as merely an alternate costume. Not to mention that having an Echo Fighter when you already have 8 unique characters as costumes seems redundant. I don't know, it seems a little much. And with that, the entire ARMS roster can be represented with just a single playable character and one stage. Not bad. The cast of Super Smash Bros. Is going to continue to grow, whether it's DLC characters or the inevitable sequel on the next console, whenever that is. In an attempt to keep the roster from becoming bloated with semi-clones and Echo Fighters, I think adding characters as alternate costumes will become more common. Imagine if Masahiro Sakurai had instead decided to include each the Koopalings and the heroes of Dragon Quest as their own, slightly unique fighters. Or what if all those blue-haired anime swordsmen from Fire Emblem had become their own characters? Wait.
No!
With the future of ARMS and its cast still unknown to the public, their inclusion in Smash Bros. Might just be recognition for all the hard work that went into creating a brand new IP for Nintendo. Or it could be a sign that they are not done with the franchise just yet. Either way, we look forward to welcoming whoever it is that joins the Smash Bros. Family on June 22nd. And with that, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on the rest of our content. Check out our next video where we go over what a possible moveset for the upcoming ARMS character could be. Leave us a comment below telling us who you would like to see from ARMS in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and we'll see you all next time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't the other flip.